Hi, Larry Elterman here, and in my last video I showed you how to make this rat trap, which I believed was a very good design, and I admitted that I hadn't tried it, and I'm here to tell you that I caught a rat. Yay! It really worked. Um, but in having caught the rat, I discovered some improvements that I can make to the system. So I'm going to do this video number 2 to show you the improvements I made to my design that I showed you in video number 1. Okay, the first thing I want to point out is that I scratched myself at least 3 times on the ends of these wires. It's something you wouldn't think about, but I suggest you put something over the ends of these wires so you don't accidentally scratch yourself. That's the first thing. The second thing I noticed is that after I caught the rat, there was all this rotted food on the wood, and that was kind of icky. So what I realized is I should just put some masking tape on the board, and that way the next time if the food gets a little rancid, I just peel off the masking tape and everything should be all set. I don't have to clean up the mess on the wood. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is how I caught the rat. I put out this trap, and the first day they didn't touch the food, and I thought, they're too smart, it's not going to work. And I didn't even think about it. I just left it there, and I actually forgot about it for 2 days. And then after 2 days I said, oh, I left the rat trap out back. And I went out back there, and oh my God, there's a rat inside. And it was a little bit smelly. It must have been there for like 2 days. It was starting to rot. And it was pretty disgusting. I was glad I caught the rat. I was all excited, but I wasn't too happy about having to get the rat out. So I asked my wife if she would clean it up for me. And she said, "What? Are you crazy? No way, Jose." So then I realized I would have to clean it up myself. And the first thing I did is I wanted to take off the top of this so I could access the rat, clean this separately, and access the rat easily with some gloves and a paper bag. And then I realized that this wasn't designed to take off easily. I needed to get screwdrivers and everything to take this off. So the first modification to my design is I made it easy to take this top off. So if you see that there's a rat in there, you can see that this goes in between 2 screws over here. And if I show you over here, it's only a clip. So I can take this clip off like this, and then the top just comes right off like that. And then you can take it. You have access to the full access, so you can get in there easily and clean it easily, and you can get this top. You can clean the top separately. So that was an important modification. Something you don't realize until you catch a rat and realize you have to clean it. Okay, and then the last modification is having to do with the balance point. If you remember in my last video, I talked about the balance point is not easy to get right so that your trap is resettable. You want your trap to be resettable so that it goes down and comes back up. But if you put some food here at the end, it changes the balance point. And so, for example, you might put some food at the end and then it doesn't go back. You see like that? It doesn't go back. And what I said in my last video is that you just add some weight to this screw here. And I found that that was wrong. And here's why it's wrong. I figured out. Because when this goes over here, when this is down, the balance point of the extra weight is actually over the fulcrum. And so it doesn't really add that much weight to bring it back down. So I found that it was much more effective to put a little bit of weight on that. So what you do is, after you put your bait on, you check whether it's resettable. Like, for example, in that case, it's not resettable. It doesn't go back. So if you add just a tiny bit of weight to the end of this tongue, let's call it, then it totally changes the balance point because there's a lot of leverage. So now you can see it goes down very easily. It's very resettable. So just this little clip made that huge difference. Without the little clip, it doesn't reset. Put the little clip on, and it's very sensitive. Just that little clip weighs next to nothing, but you go like that and it comes right back. Oh no! Okay, right back. And so those are the modifications to the initial design, and I think this is now a very, very good design. As I said before, there's plenty of, I don't need to show catching rats because there's plenty of other videos that prove this type of system works, this bucket system, but I think that this is a very good design or implementation of that bucket system. So what I did is I put the ramp coming up over here. Obviously you don't want it over here because you know, you have all the stuff on the way. You put the ramp coming up to here, close to here, they jump on here, you put a little food here, they get that, and they walk over to here, and oh, down they go. And of course there was soapy water in the bottom, which evidently drowned that rat right away. It was quite dead, believe me. Okay, that's the end of my video. I hope somebody actually tries building this because it really works well. Thank you. Bye-bye.